Have you cut your calories? Still no fat loss? Watch this.
Our first caller is Colin from Alberta.
Colin, what's happening? How can we help you?
Hey guys, first let me say this is quite an honor to be able to talk to you guys. I've been following the show for a few years, and you've really changed my outlook on fitness and programming, especially. So thanks for that.
You got it.
So I'll just get to my question. A little bit of background, not too much. I guess I'm 38 years old, 5'11", around 198 pounds about now, and I'm an early morning riser. I've been working out at about 4:30 in the morning, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, following MAPS Anabolic. I've done it 2 times now. I'm just about done phase 3 for the second time. And I've noticed a lot of strength and muscle gains, but I'm still having an issue with the fat around the midsection. And I remember hearing you guys talk a couple of weeks ago about undulating calories. I was just wondering, for someone who works out early in the morning like that, is it better to feed your body the day before with the higher calories, or is it better to feed after your workout on the day of the workout?
I don't think it makes that big of a difference. This is like a splitting hairs type of thing.
Individual variants.
Yeah, so I mean, you could play with either one, see what seems to feel better for you. But in my experience, it doesn't really make a difference either way.
I mean, we've talked about this before about Sal. You like being less fed going into it, and because you're up early. Yeah. I've talked about that. I prefer being loaded up before I go in. So it's really going to be a personal preference. Like as far as building muscle or body fat percentage, things like that, it's not going to make it. It's really about how you feel in the workout, and I would play with the two and see which ones you like
of the
better.
Things that you're going to be looking at to help you with the body fat. That one right there is not. It's probably I wouldn't make the list, right, in terms of what's going to give you the biggest impact for fat loss. When it comes to the fat loss, if you're consistent with your workouts, you're seeing strength gains, so the workout's appropriate. All the other stuff checks off, good sleep, that whole deal. Then really what you want to do is you want to track your calories and see where you're actually at. Really track them, see where you're at, and then decide if you want to cut or if you want to reverse diet and get your metabolism up a little more. And that's after you track, because your estimations are always going to be off. Nobody ever guesses properly where their calories are at.
Yeah, and I did track for a while there, and I kind of figured out my maintenance was around 24 to 2,500 calories. I just kind of based that on tracking and then just not really gaining any weight. So I did try dropping down to like 2,200, and I wasn't really noticing anything. So I went down to 2,000. Still not really seeing any movement. So I don't know. Maybe it's hard. I got 3 kids, so sometimes I may not be sticking exactly to the best eating habits, but I do my best.
Consistency with that's important. And also, how long did you stay at the 2,000 calories, and how consistent was that?
So I was at the 2,200 for probably a month or so, and then I dropped down to 2,000 a couple weeks ago, and I've been pretty consistent.
Okay. And are you noticing any changes in your performance? Any changes in the way your clothes feel or fit? Because sometimes you can do a little trade where you build. If you're getting stronger on a deficit like that, or what you think might be a deficit, that's a pretty good sign. The other thing too is it's really easy to almost erase a deficit by going off a day.
Yes, especially when it's only 200 to 500 calories.
Yeah.
You figure 200 to 500 calories, and let's figure you're already off by 100 or so, give or take, because it's not precise. And then you have a day where you move a little less, and then you have a Saturday where you eat ice cream with the kids, and it's like literally you just erase that deficit in one.
Or it's such a small deficit now that it would take you months to notice any type of progress. So, yeah. Now for a guy your size, 2,000 calories, 2,500 calories, kind of low, in my opinion.
Yeah.
How does it feel eating 2,000 calories? Do you feel hungry?
Well, I said that same thing. I thought that was low, but I wasn't seeing any movement. And I guess my other point too, like I have been seeing lots of strength gains and muscle gains.
Even at 2,000,
maybe my calories don't make sense to me.
Even at 2,200 calories and 2,000, you saw strength gains?
Well, I'm seeing it. Yeah, like
Wow.
I've been following pretty consistent workout programming there from you guys, and I have put on weight in the last little bit.
If you're getting stronger while trying to cut, and you are indeed accurate with your calories, that's a big if, okay? But if you are indeed accurate and you are getting stronger and your weight's not changing on the scale, you're probably building and losing a little bit at the same time, because you wouldn't get, if you get stronger, that's going to point to muscle gain.
Yeah. Are you what's your job look like? Are you sedentary or are you moving a lot through the day?
I work out in natural gas industry, so I'm an electrician. So it's pretty physical, not all every day, but
So I would be a little concerned about how low calories are. You're a 193-pound dude. You're up by 4:30 in the morning. You have a physical job. I would think you would be eating a lot more. I would probably want to put you at 25 to 2,800 at least and try and go on like a little bulk.
Yeah.
I just think that that's really low calorie for a guy your size who's working out and has a physical job and is up by 4:30 in the morning. I mean, that's,
by the way, if a bulk done properly, a bulk can sometimes make you leaner, in the sense that, let's say you went up to 2,700 calories, okay? And you ended up gaining 4 pounds of muscle, but you didn't gain any body fat, okay? You're leaner. You now have a lower body fat percentage because it's a smaller percentage of your
and a
overall
faster
body weight.
metabolism.
That's right. So that might be that's where I would go. I would try and get it to where you can maintain eating closer to 3,000 calories.
Yes, agreed.
Okay. And I should, I guess, add at this point in the year, I am playing men's league hockey as well. So that probably doesn't help.
Dude, for sure you're not high.
Yeah, I would go higher.
Yeah,
calories.
for sure. A good goal. I mean, someone as active as you are, you should be up 3,500 calories. I mean, that's kind of where you're strength training. You're also playing hockey, and you got a physical laborer's job. Even though your body's probably adapted to all your work, you're still moving a lot. Like, you can support a lot more calories. So I personally, a good goal for you, if you're a client of mine, would be, let's try and keep increasing calories. Let's try and get, 3,500 would be like a really good target, but incrementally work your way up there. Start at 2,700, give it like 2 weeks of training there, see how you feel and look, what's going on with strength. So long as you don't look like or feel like you're putting on a bunch of body fat, you're not getting weaker, add another 200 calories and just keep step laddering that until you get more like a place like 3,500. Then I feel like if you go from 3,500 down to 2,500, you should see yourself lean out pretty fast if we did that right.
Okay, cool.
All right, man. Thanks for calling in.
No, thank you guys.
You got it. What this seems to me like, just because I've been doing this for a while, it seems like he's not
tracking right.
Yeah, and he's not accurate, right? He's like tracking sometimes and eyeballing it, and that's really common, super common. I would get people like this all the time, and then we really nailed down the tracking, and they were just off. They were off by a few hundred calories. It's easy to do all day, throughout the whole day, and next thing you know, you're averaging a deficit of 50 calories. Well, now it's going to take you 7 months to see any fat loss. It
could also be a combination of tracking accurately when you're good and then not so good when you're not, right? That's so it's like he is around 2,400, 2,500 when he's tracking, he's watching. And
on
then
an
he has
ideal day.
Yeah, then he has Saturday with the kids and kind of eats off and it's like, oh yeah, that wasn't great. But then that one day is over 1,000 calorie surplus. And so it's canceling out
the way a lot of people will track is they'll track for a few days. They'll say, oh, now I have a good idea. I pretty much eat like that all the time. And then that's their new number, which is no, you got to track every single day if you want something accurate.